Hello everybody, thank you for coming in. Good evening. I'm here to talk to you about the new moon in Libra that's coming up on the 2nd of October. It is a solar new moon eclipse. Now eclipse season always marks the nodal shift, which is the north and south node of the moon. I'm going to go into that in a little bit. There will be a collective love reading, but I want to do a little astrotarology first and wax poetic on the energy of Libra. How could I not? Libra is the poet of the zodiac. It's cardinal Venus. Cardinal signs are Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Taurus. Or Cancer. What am I saying? Taurus. Interesting. Also ruled by Venus like Libra. But anyway, the cardinal signs mark the beginning of every season. And so there tends to be a certain amount of idealism associated with them. Don't let Capricorn fool you, it's true. And that's necessary for getting things in motion. With Libra, it has a lot to do with Venus, which we know is love, but it is also about harmony and peace and partnership and balance. I always think of John Lennon, right? He was a Libra. And his whole, you may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. Beautiful sentiment, of course, and it represents that need for harmony and balance that Libra definitely has. Unfortunately, it can err on the other side where it's like the avoidance of anything that isn't harmony and balance, i.e. the inability to confront, can become a bit of a problem in the Libra energy. So that's kind of the flip side. And because of the idealism, and it is Venus, I often think of Romeo from Romeo and Juliet as being Libra energy too. Incredibly romantic, of course, and in love with the idea of love in general. It's more, because Libra is also an air sign, it's more philosophical, it's more visionary. And that's why, like, in 1 minute, Romeo's like over the moon in love with Rosalind. And then when she doesn't return his affections, he's like, I shall never see the light of day again, until he sees Juliet, which isn't that long after. So, and then he's back to the whole, but there is a beauty, of course, in that kind of idealism. And it is balanced out by Libra's opposite sign of Aries, which is at play with a full moon on the 17th of October. Anyway. So past that, let me see, I have my notes here. I was talking about the nodal shift. I find this very, very interesting because I've been saying 2024 is the year of soulmate union for a long time, for many, many reasons. Pluto obviously plays a role in that. It's at 29 degrees of Capricorn, fellow cardinal sign. And that's like the first time it's going to shift in 16 years. Pluto carries past life, it carries karma, it's very, very deep. And so there's a lot of things that play in. I get very hyper and very emotional about astrology, and what's happening now is incredibly romantic in my viewpoint. But this year I've been calling the year of soulmates because the north and south node of the moon have been in Libra and Aries for a year and a half. Libra being Venus and Aries being Mars. Of course, we have the divine balance. We have the divine partnership, which is the axis of Libra and Aries. And the reason why the nodes of the moon were there, of course, there's always a reason in my eyes with astrology. It's a gift. It's a gift to help us understand ourselves and the energy we have to work with. Anyway, Libra is about partnership through and through. It is that harmony once again, that balance, that need for the other. It's the 7th house of the zodiac, which is partnership and long-term relationship. Aries is the 1st house. It's the house of the self. It's masculine energy, Mars. And it is about this is me and this is who I am. And this is what I want. And I'm not afraid to assert that in the world. Cardinal fire. But that is why Libra, with the 7th house, you can't have the divine partner if you don't know the divine self. And that's why the North Node's been in Aries for the last year and a half. Because that's the trajectory that we needed to head towards, whether within us or in partnership. Now with this new moon in Libra, and the eclipse, it's going to mark the shift of the nodes starting in January, but already the energy is moving that way into Pisces and Virgo. The nodes of the moon always move in retrograde. Now, Pisces and Virgo is the axis of sacred service. So the divine partnership leads into the sacred partnership. The sacred service. And it does take that balance of the other in order to do that. So what do we mean when we say sacred service? Well, it's not always something incredibly spiritual, because everything's incredibly spiritual. It can be about raising a family together. It can be about having an actual spiritual or healing practice together. It can be so many things. It's not necessarily, like I said, like some kind of lofty spiritual thing. Everything we do is spiritual. And this is the divine partner. And along with everything else happening this year, it's very much aligned. Very interesting times with this new moon. So now that we have that nodal shift energy and the full moon in Aries coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that is, full moons are completions, they're release. So the completion of that Mars energy, that self, this is me and I stand alone in the world and I know who I am. Because new moon in Libra, a divine partnership is blooming. Now, moons are often, always, of course, best for manifesting, because that's opening to the new. That's why the release of the full moon, so that there's space for it. And the clarity of relationship, who you are, what you want, and the balance that creates is important with a new moon, especially when it's Venus on the moon. When this new moon happens, you guys, I'm getting emotional already. I'm not joking. When I looked at the star map, I was like, oh, and I teared up. When the new moon occurs, it occurs at 10 degrees of Libra. The moon is at 11 degrees of Libra, the sun 10 degrees, Mercury 11 degrees of Libra, 11, Scorpio is at 11 degrees of Venus. And that took my breath away, because Scorpio has the ability to go down deep and see the hidden and the truth. It's Pluto energy. Libra is the 7th house. It's the house of partnership, but Scorpio is the 8th house. It's the house of intimacy. It's where you see past that kind of Romeo vision, which is a good thing, but it's tempered here with the depth of Scorpio and Venus. It's amazing. At the same time, no less, we have Mars at 15 degrees of Cancer. Cancer being the empath and Scorpio being the psychic. So there's a lot of emotional energy to back it up as well. What else was there? Yeah, okay, and Venus, I also wanted to mention this. Libra and Venus also rules music. It rules creativity, because that romantic vision, it's not just about romantic, like love that way. It applies to creativity and vision as well. Libra also is music. So a great way to manifest on a Libra new moon is through music, but music that you definitely feel, with Scorpio and Cancer on hand. Don't think it, allow yourself to feel it. Libra also is dance. So dance is a good way, movement. But it's certainly about tapping into what energies provide you with that sense of divine balance. What do you need? Aries is, what do you need? And Libra is, we shall accommodate its balance. Okay, you guys, that's what I've got for the new moon in Libra. I'm going to do a general reading. It's for anybody, any sign. I'll use astrology as I always do. But you don't have to have that in your chart to have some resonance with it. Use your intuition, definitely. It's a very strong energy. I'm sure you can tell. I feel it quite emotionally, quite potently. It's so interesting, all that 11 degrees. In the tarot, the 11 is the Justice card, Libra energy. Can't make it up. Okay, let's get into the reading. we would be remiss if we didn't start off with a moonology for whoever needs this reading. Remember, if anybody else appears in the spread, it can always be vice versa. Okay, let's take a look at you when it comes to love. We have the full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Completion energy, and it can be interesting, Cancer. So it can be about insecurities for sure. It's very emotional. So it can be about getting out of your way emotionally. I just felt like looking on the bottom. It says take inspired action and let your fears dissolve. Interesting. Let's get you another one. I am reading this as a love reading, but as always, it is a collective, and it could be about creativity. It could be about that energy within you. Creativity, romantic energy, sexual energy, it's all the same under Venus and the moon. Okay, let's get one more. Full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Oh, I like that. Pluto is about to move into Aquarius. Let your fears dissolve. Let your insecurities dissolve. Show the true you. Aquarius energy is definitely about diversity and the authentic self. So this can be about allowing your true self to be shown to whoever it is romantically around you, or whatever it is that you're creating. Let's get a Sacred Rebels. I wasn't going to, but I feel it. So let's see. Oh, interesting. We get the Sacred Fool, one of my favorite cards of all time. That is Aries energy with the Sacred Fool. And I like it. What it's saying is that some things are really worth taking the leap of faith towards. The Sacred Fool is not unwise. It's like being able to take that leap of faith on your heart because you've earned the right for freedom. And also the belief in that authenticity of you. That's so interesting. Okay. I do want a love card. Let's do an Amore Psyche. Be real. Let your fears dissolve. The Sacred Fool. Amazing. The Lady Who Waits. This could be you. It could be somebody who's waiting for you. But nevertheless, I do love this card because look at her. She's so pure. She's like out of stone, out of alabaster. And around her is like this dark enchanted forest and these devils trying to lure her in. And she's like, no, I know what I want and I know what I'm waiting for. The divine partner. Somebody, again, could be waiting for you. On the bottom, we have Take the Plunge, which is number 11 in this oracle deck. Interesting. Okay. But take the plunge, definitely let your fears dissolve. We're dealing with 2 full moon energies. Very, very strong, very emotional, and a lot about releasing. Full moons definitely can bring up a sense of fear. And then don't forget the full moon in Aries. Okay, let's get you some astrology cards for whoever needs this. Remember, it doesn't have to be in your chart, but it could be, or somebody around you. Could just be influencing this situation. Is there another one? It's rare to get 4. Oh, one more shuffle. Is there another one for whoever needs it? No, okay. Rare, but we'll do it. We'll run with it. Oh, interesting. Juno. That's Libra energy. That's the partnership. Look at those bluebirds. I always say birds of a feather, but there's no separation. I always get that with that card. And then we have symbiosis. The symbiosis is 2 energies that make each other harmonize better. It creates a prettier tune. Libra energy. It's the divine partnership coming out amazing. We have the conjunction. Speaking of birds of a feather, conjunctions occur in astrology when 2 planets or signs are at exactly the same degree of the same sign. Birds of a feather. And those are geese, which mate for life. And then we have Aries, Libra's opposite. Aries is about embracing, like I said, that passion, the Sacred Fool, the courage. 2024, another reason I call it the year of soulmate union is because reduce it equals the number 8. In tarot, that is the strength card. And it is about having the courage to face your own fears, be it your ego, whatever, to pursue what your heart desires. Aries energy. Could be looking at the full moon in Aries timing here though. Double full moons up here. Okay, let's get into the reading. I want to use the lights here. No? Okay. Indecisive energy, Libra. But that is also because that eternal need for balance. In astrology, the things that the signs represent, like harmony and balance for Libra, is also the thing that it grows into. It's the greatest challenge and the hardest lessons learned. That's the sacred fool. Let's see what's on your mind here. As we head into this new moon, what are you trying to manifest? The Chariot. Cancer's major arcana. Interesting. The Chariot is about movement forward. It's about victory. But more than anything, it's about getting into alignment with your head and your heart. Finding that balance. It can be about travel. Maybe you're looking at travel. But the Chariot represents your life as well. So it can be about wanting to just get your life in a certain direction here. The Emperor drives the Chariot. And it is movement forward. Let me see your heart. The Seven of Pentacles, Earth energy. This is Capricorn where Pluto is, and that's interesting because the Seven of Pentacles is about making plans. It's about laying down solid roots. It's interesting to see that in the heart. It's about looking at what you need to create the picture that you want. And the picture this is headed towards is the Ten of Pentacles. But it's like, okay, this is how far I've come. This is how much I've invested. And this is where I want to go. We're going to clarify, of course, but with symbiosis, it can be about looking at the need for partnership. The Three of Pentacles is needed to get to the 10, and that's partnership in the tarot. On the bottom of the deck, we have Venus and Scorpio with the Six of Cups. Very sweet energy. It's very pure. It's the sacred fool again. The willingness to believe in love. But also, it can be about going back in time in your heart to a time and a place when you believed in purity or a dream like this, the sacred fool. Let me see the actions you plan to take. Pardon me if you hear my tummy rumble, I do. It's pre-dinner time around here. We have the Hierophant. Taurus is major, Scorpio's opposite sign. Look at the majors coming out already. The Hierophant is about commitment. It's about belief systems, but it is about those belief systems within us, what we want to commit to, where our values truly lay. It is the Pope of the Tarot. It's divine partnership. And it's coming because it's coming in with conjunction. Let me see the energy around you. This is where somebody else could appear, or it can just be, whoa, a furthering of the actions you want to take. Excuse me, Aries. I said Aries because that felt like Aries energy, which is very interesting. Lots of that coming through here. It definitely could be the moon. Okay, I'll take what's upright. I do see Justice wanted to come out of the deck. We'll see if it comes back out. Page of Wands and Seven of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles, more earth energy. It is about putting in further work to what you're committed to. Whether this is a commitment with another person, the partnership, or it's yourself, your work. It's diligence. It's paying attention to all of the details. Okay. Putting it from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. All right, we're climbing. Okay. What are you working towards here? What's the challenge? They're wanting to come out. Okay. The Ace of Swords. This is truth, and it can be about speaking the truth. Air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And it is crystal clear. It's certainty, it's a decision even. But it's about communication. Oh, the Two of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, Venus and Cancer. The divine partnership. I get more sweetness in this energy again because look at how chivalrous this is, which is very much a Mars in Cancer. We have that right now, type energy. Look at how that king is pouring his overfull large cup into hers, filling each other's cups. That's the King and Queen of Cups in that card. Okay, oh no, that was on the underside. Okay, let me see a potential outcome for whoever needs this message. The Five of Pentacles. All right, release your, what did the Moon card say? Let your fears dissipate. The Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. It's about a card of belief in lack, thinking that something's not possible, thinking that it's too hard or that you don't have enough. There could be something here where you feel like you don't have what you need to get to where you want to go. But it's half of the Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's get into it further. Why is the Chariot on your mind? Seven of Swords, Libra energy. The Seven of Swords is strategy with the Chariot. It is hidden strategy. Keeping something to yourself, because the challenge is communication. Look at how he's operating under that full moon again. What are you planning to do here? Oh, it's the moon. Amazing. There's something very, very hidden here. You're keeping something quite a secret and making certain plans. There's definitely a strategy being laid here. Now, it could be you and another person doing this together in order to move a situation forward with that Cancerian energy. See now, but it's about getting into alignment with head and heart. And the Ace of Swords is in the challenge. There's some kind of groundwork certainly being laid here. And the moon, look at all of the moon energy. I just can't get over it. And the two full moons that came out there. We have hidden on the bottom of the deck the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Earth and water and brand new beginnings, brand new possibilities. And that seems to be where you're going. Okay. Plus the Ace of Swords. So there needs to be some kind of truth or communication or clarity. Because look at all the moon, all the hidden. Let me see the Seven of Pentacles in your heart. You're keeping a lot to yourself. The Knight of Wands, I see the King of Cups hidden on the bottom of the deck, Scorpio energy. But also the King of Cups is very, very secretive when it comes to his heart. And there's a good reason for that. As I always say, the depths of it are such that he does not allow anybody into those realms easily, the moon. Because once traversed, it can be very hard to get out again. Heavily intuitive energy. The Knight of Wands is about taking passionate action. It's about this sacred fool energy. Let me see. The Knight of Wands, it's playful, it's optimistic. Symbiosis with the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Okay, the Ace of Swords is on the bottom. What haven't we seen? Wands. Passion. Okay, we'll see. But we do have the Three of Wands here, my wish casting card. The Three of Wands is like already knowing where you're headed, the path that lay before you. And you're putting that energy out into the universe, waiting for it to arrive. So you can take out, you've been making plans. I get a feeling of distance again with the Chariot and the Three of Wands. It could be. But it is about optimism. Same with the Knight of Wands. Towards these plans. Let your fears dissolve. Oh, and let's see the Hierophant. You want to take action towards somebody. See Capricorn on the bottom with the Devil. Saturn and Pluto right now. Interesting. The Devil can be fear. It can be Saturn speaking. Lessons from the past. That's Saturnian energy, especially when Pluto's involved. The Star. Aquarius is major. Interesting. Pluto right there. 29 degrees of Capricorn. On November the 19th, it's going to shift into Aquarius, which is the hope, the new vision, the dream. And there's the wish casting right here, and here is the wish for the partnership. Let me see the Star. No, you don't. I don't need to. Oh, wow. Ace of Cups came out. I had a feeling it would come back out. Look at how she's cupped that energy of love, the heart, in between her palms, because aces are ethereal potential. We need to bring them down into reality, make them happen. And it looks like that's what you want to do and you're making plans to do. This Ace of Cups is the wish. And that, with the Hierophant, is what's guiding you. Ace of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. I love all this earth energy balancing things out, because with that astrological alignment, could have too dreamy of a quality to it. But there's a lot of grounding here. The Page of Pentacles is an idea. It can be communication, but it's the beginning of something. Very, very solid. We talked about the Ten of Pentacles, the plans. Interesting. Okay. I see the Ten of Cups hiding on the bottom of the deck. The potential with that Ace of Cups. So let's see the Eight of Pentacles. That's the 7, the Page, and then the 8. That Page is the investment or the next step. 6 of Cups upright. Boy, these cards are being sassy. Aries energy. Cool it. 8 of Pentacles. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? Thank you. The 4 of Swords. Okay. The 4 of Swords is more air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it's a time of integration. We saw the Devil, the fear, right? Let your fears dissolve. It's about heartbreaking cycles from the past coming up to the surface to sort of haunt our memory for a second. So we can be sure, Saturn energy, that we've learned what we need to so we can release it. The 4 of Swords is releasing it. It's a time of integration. It's a time of allowing your mind to rest so that you can energetically absorb what you've learned. Now, whatever it is you're making plans to move towards here, take action on, it can have something to do with using what you've learned through what you've been through to help, to build something with. I hope that makes sense. We have Leo energy with the Sun on the bottom of the deck. That's rebirth. It is, look at this Sun energy, especially next to the 4 of Swords. Look at that. It's my Woodstock version. It has so much freedom and hope and joy. And that 6 of Cups. Okay. That's the new beginning. But there is this moment of pause and integration, of rest. Could, for some of you, have something to do with your work and your money, your career. Let's see. 8 of Pentacles. The 10 of Wands. Okay. Whatever it is in the energy around you. Now, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This person could be somebody you work with. But the 10 of Wands is a burden. And there needs to be a truth spoken. So I feel like holding something back with this Aries. You saw how the cards kept pushing themselves out. Holding something back is becoming a bit of an issue here. Let me see the Ace of Swords in the challenge. Well, what is the truth though? Because back here we have these plans underneath the moon. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Okay. We have the Magician. Gemini and Virgo energy. What are you working on? What are you manifesting here? We saw all the aces except for the Ace of Wands. And that's what this page is holding. Or the Knight rather. But anyway, the Magician works with the aces. All of this potential energy of new beginnings to create a vision for what comes next. And it definitely involves a partnership for you. We saw the 2 of Cups. Other than that, I'm not seeing like extremely romantic energy, which is interesting. It is interesting, but it's partnership, it's balance, and it is commitment. Let me see the Magician. Well, we have the Ace of Cups and what you're hoping for here. So that's, you know, 4 of Pentacles. And then the 5 of Pentacles. All of this earth energy. Yeah, you're holding something back. Okay. What is it? What is this Magician holding back? Come on. I can't even. There's the Ace of Wands. Fire energy. It's the 4th ace. So the Magician's not speaking yet. For some reason, the Ace of Wands is missing. And the Fool fell out of the deck upright, Aries. We see the Sacred Fool. I knew Aries energy was strong here. And as I always say, I never get a reading where I get the Ace of Wands and the Fool isn't present, or vice versa, because that's the impetus required to take a leap of faith into something new. It's very passionate. It's very beautiful energy. We have a lot of completion. Full moon, full moon, full moon, full moon. The 10 of Wands. See, it's like there's this rest moment. 10 of Wands, and then the Ace of Wands. Then the burden can be dropped. And the Chariot, which is what's on your mind. A brand new adventure or movement forward of some kind. And that's what you're manifesting. But I asked, what are you holding back? The Ace of Wands and the Fool. Because of something going on here. Well, it could be here at the 5 of Pentacles. Let's see. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here in the outcome? The Hermit. Virgo. We just left, Virgo season we just left, of course, but this is about silence. It's about soul searching. It's about only wanting to hear your own counsel because only you know your own path and what comes next for you. However, with the Hermit energy though, and this let your fears dissolve, that's a little bit concerning because it's like this internal sense of insecurity or I can't or lack of some kind. Let me see the Hermit. But also the challenge is the Ace of Swords, which is communication. You're doing a lot under the moon. And the Hermit is about not communicating. 4 of Swords, the Hermit. There's a lot of withdraw. There's a lot going on with you. And the Seven of Swords is mental energy. So you're doing a lot of thinking. But also be careful with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, because it can be about talking yourself into a sense of feeling insecure. Let your fears dissolve, right? What am I even going to say? It's the Ace of Pentacles and the 10. Five of Pentacles. The 5 is half of the 10. We saw the 2 of Cups. So this is about you wanting to make an offer, or for some of you, it can be about turning an idea, a creative inspiration, committing to that side of you and planting it, making it real, making it happen, investing it, actually nurturing it along on a physical level. This is a love reading, as I said, but Venus energy can be a lot of things. Let me see the Ace of Pentacles, but partnership is here nevertheless, regardless. For some of you, it might be about like investing in something new. Ace of Pentacles. The High Priestess, Pisces energy. Again, another card about silence, but we have the High Priestess and the Hermit in tarot. That's divine partnership to me. That's the sacred partnership. Pisces and Virgo, right there. And what you can create together, right there. For some of you, it could be a business that you're going to create. It could be a family, a legacy, something. Now, in this Hermit energy, you could be like, okay, well, I've got 5 pentacles. I need 5 more, whatever that is. It's not just money. It could be energy, time. Okay, one more. It's the Strength card, Leo's major, number 8, right? 2024, courage, integrity. But it is very creative energy too, and it's about acting on your own passion. The Ace of Wands we saw. And there's the fear with the 9 of Swords. Anxiety, self-doubt. Knight of Cups, Libra energy right there, Romeo. Okay. Who are you heading towards, though? I don't see... What's weird is we're not getting any court cards. We're not getting any people. The 5 of Wands. Okay? Can be, again, about fighting through your own fears, your own doubts. Could be about blasting through competition. The 6 of Cups again. Beautiful. Soulmate energy for sure. There could be children involved in this situation as well, though. We have 10 of Pentacles here. But it is definitely something that has a lot of roots to it. Okay. No court cards is a little bit interesting. Let me try one more deck here. All right, we'll call in the heavy hitters. The universe did, you guys. I can't even. It's the 6 of Cups. Such a romantic energy, the 6 of Cups. I mean, we are under Venus and Scorpio here, which is that card. Okay, who are you heading towards? These cards, sassy. Let's see what came out. Sassy indeed. The 8 of Wands, fire, movement. It could be travel. Lots of communication, lots of action, passion, and movement forward. One more shuffle. I'm stubborn. Who are you heading towards? The 5 of Cups, Scorpio energy. This has that deep heart feeling again as well. It's about longing. It's about memories from the past. But 8 of Fire and 5 of Cups is a lot of longing for these wands to fly. I can't, okay. I'm getting it. One more. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. All right. Now the universe is getting sassy back. In the actions you plan to take, if you recall, we have the Ace of Cups and the Star. And that is what the universe is giving us as to where you're headed. Whatever it is for you. Look at that little seahorse. And he's got the pearl of promise. That's the wish. And that's the future. And that's what you want to do here. Okay. So no people. Okay. Well, it could, you know who you are and who you're headed towards. That said, why don't we do a romance angel? No? This Libra energy, not yet. Okay. We will do, door to romance on the bottom of this deck. I just call this the blue deck because I always forget the name. Ironically, I think it's because the name is very simple. Okay, for whoever needs this message. It's beautiful. Divine partnership and sacred service can be about creating a stable home, even. The garden and the gate, that's the north and south node. Has a lot about leaving your comfort zone there. Stepping into the unknown. The sacred fool in Aries energy, you need it. Yeah, well, okay. Indecision. That hasn't been subtle through this reading. Although throughout there's no cards of indecision though. But I feel it in the energy. And then we have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Look at communication. That's the throat chakra. The Ace of Swords is in the challenge. So it's about something that definitely makes you uncomfortable to do, but we're dealing with a nodal shift as well. Oh, hostilities. I sense some kind of competition with that 5 of Wands. It could be in those who surround you. It could have to do with your work. Could be that where you want to go, there's a lot of competition for it. And that could be why the hostilities, but community, Aquarius energy. Is this a friendship group? What's going on? One more. People in your community. If you go this way, oh, is that why you're keeping it a secret? You don't want it known because it will arise hostilities in people around you. Venus and Scorpio. Scorpio is an incredibly secretive energy, and maybe that's why we saw the King of Cups. Keep it to yourself. The Sun. Amazing. You could be moving. This could be secret plans to move. The energy's in layers. It's not going to be that dramatic for all of you, but the door to romance stayed on the bottom of the deck. Okay, I have to because it's the first personified energy that we see, and it's man holding a coin. We saw the Ace of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay, now can I do a romance angel Libra energy? I will. For whoever needs this message. And make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. We see the steps of all these pentacles. I definitely see that, investing. And then new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, we don't see who that person is, but we see a ton of aces and a lot of sweet feelings, a lot of hope. Okay. Anything else? A talisman? Sure. Definitely this could involve kids. Karmic justice. Libra energy. Number 11. The true partner. Whoa. Getting what you deserve. And healing energy. That's amazing. Okay. Now I will close it off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so as with the whole reading, definitely take it only as it applies to you. Not a big one for advice. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith, the Hierophant, and all of those aces, plus a new moon. It's a new path. It's a new possibility. Okay. You're the Magician. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Six of Cups all over the place in this reading. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. There's a lot about trust here. And we do see a lot of energy about being quiet too. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. Let your fears dissolve and take the plunge. There's nothing to fear. Okay, you guys, that's what I have. Good luck on this new moon in Libra. It truly is a beautiful energy. I'll see you soon, my friends. Namaste.